Greetings, YouTube. It is late. It is past midnight by the time this hits my channel, but I did not have the chance to open line in my very busy Tuesday until today, and now I'm thankful as we're in Wednesday. In fact, those of you across the pond, you might be waking up. Good morning, everybody. To talk about the quality of life improvements coming in patch 35.0, and every time I read a patch, especially 35.0, I think, man, I'm old. I'm just so old, especially in this game. Kabam Zero types. Greetings, summoners. I'm back again to give you all a sneak peek at some upcoming quality of life features coming in the 35.0 build, which releases on May 2nd. Since I've last had a chance to write a before and post, I've been actively trying to drop into live streams and chat with fellow summoners about the game. There are some live streams that you probably want to stay away from. Anyhow, many of the changes below have been inspired by those conversations, and so I thank all of you who I've chatted with for the inspiration. In my typical fashion, I'll be starting with some more minor ones, but we'll be getting progressively better as we go on. And I still want to say, even though I'm excited about some of these, why not give us the quality of life change that your boy Prof has been asking for 5 to 7 years? Claim the daily crystal with the daily calendar when you log into the game automatically, so you don't have to worry about missing a daily crystal for multiple days a year, but even stressful because you couldn't claim it because you were sleeping or you were busy. I mean, maybe I'm the only one who gets ticked off that I open like 340 instead of 365 daily crystals a year. But it really adds up when you have these awesome Thronebreaker dailies, and who knows when you get the next daily crystal like Wallet Breaker status. Who knows what those are going to look like. Showing own catalyst and tooltips will now display how many catalysts you currently own when tapping to see the tooltip of that particular catalyst. That's one of those things that is really nice because it's just important to know whether or not you should trade something in. Saving last played event quest difficulty. We now internally save the last played event quest difficulty, so if you are clearing a lower difficulty and come back, I think it should say come back to it later, it will be at whatever difficulty you last played. This is important when you've fully completed and or explored, say, everything but normal or heroic, and you don't want to have to keep going back and forth through Cavalier, Uncollected, Master, etc. We've improved the logic on the crystal screen, so when backing out of the selected crystal, the game will try to navigate you back to where you were in the scroll. This should hopefully avoid summoners having to constantly re-scroll back to where they were when opening crystals. So in quest, if you end the quest, your quest progress will be lost and you won't keep the collected ISO 8 or chest. We know that's pretty familiar. Team select, restart, or end quest. And I think that's really important. When quitting out of quest, there is now the option to return to team select in order to change up the champs you are using in that particular quest. For quests that are previewable, it will automatically put you in the preview state when clicking this button. To do this change, we had to remove the go back button, but its functionality is still in the X button or by simply tapping outside of the pop-up. I think that's a really awesome thing. That's not something that I even thought of, so kudos to those of you who suggested it. That's kind of going to be a theme with some of these. I was like, oh, I didn't even think that was a thing we could use, but now that you are saying it, yeah, it's definitely quality of life. You won't be stuck if you, by accident, press the quit button on the quest board. For those afraid of muscle memory kicking in and tapping the team select, when you meant the go back button, we have put an additional dismissible warning pop-up on the team select button, so you can't quit out by accident while still getting used to it. Thank God, because that could have been a bad problem. Synergy Champion Selection Rarity Improvements. And you can see there's like this little GIF they've attached with cable. Drag and drop to swap available champions on your current team. We've added an ability to tap on the hero portraits while on the Synergy pop-up to allow you to cycle through the available rarities of that champion. This means if you have a lower rarity Synergy partner you want to bring in, say they're an Awakened 565 5-star instead of an Unawakened rank 1 6-star, you can get them on the screen and not have to go searching for them. All right, the next one is what I'm really excited about because we have seen some really shady coded situations where you have a rank up gem selector that's a class-based nexus and not a generic. Which, by the way, can I have 3 out of 3 rank up gems? You know, can I do that? I would love that. These are obviously 5 stars. I love these as 6 stars, especially. But yeah, we've seen people say for months, maybe even years into the channel, that when they want to use a class-based rank-up gem, it forces them to first use their generic, which of course is more valuable than the class-based, and that was just awful. Well, you don't have to be confused by that anymore because even though hopefully it should still show you the class-based first, if they're trying to get you to use the generic, just cycle through. I still think people could make that mistake, but at least it's harder to make now with this quality of life improvement. All right, this is probably the thing that I never even thought of, but now love. Because if you're like me, and let's say you're in a Cavalier event quest, and it's during an event quest points session, and I'm using energy refills to complete or explore Cavalier difficulty, I know if I use a energy refill and I've got 1 or 2 energy, it's going to go to 70, and I'm going to lose that 1 or 2. Now, sometimes I don't have the patience to wait 5 minutes or 10 minutes. I just sacrifice that 1 or 2 energy. But I never thought there would be a solution to it. I just accepted the fact that that was part of playing the game. Well, Prof, you're wrong, because now it doesn't have to be. We've added the ability to select which rank-up gem you use on the upgrade. Oh, excuse me, that was the previous one. Here's the energy refill. We are experimenting with energy over... I think it should say overfill, but it kind of sort of means overflow, because if the energy is overflowing, then it does overfill you from 70 if, say, you're a level 60 player. Traditionally, if you used an energy item or leveled up, it would give you more energy than your cap. You would lose that excess energy. I talked about that just now with the 1 to 2 energy. This hard cap has now been removed, and you will gain the full amount of energy from that item or level up. As an example, say on a level 60 account, if you had 2 energy left and used a full energy refill, you would be set to 72 energy, whereas before it would set you to the cap of 70. A full energy refill's value will depend on your individual energy cap. So if your energy cap is 50, a full energy refill will give you 50, while above the cap, energy will not be gained over time, and you won't be able to continue to use more items. Overall, this change is intended to make using full energy refills easier to use and also avoid those feel-bad moments when leveling up while already near the energy cap. Also, at this extra add-in, while doing this, we added the ability to use multiple small energies in one go. That's also awesome, and I never thought about that. As mentioned above, we are starting this for new users at first, but hope to expand it in the future if all goes well. So does that mean new players? Because obviously 99.9% of players are not new. That's all for now. I hope you are as excited as I am for this release. Please let me know what you're excited about the most below. By the way, you can tell it's hit midnight when my Do Not Disturb automatically triggers, which again makes me feel so old and somewhat like a loser. But at the same time, it's my job as a YouTuber to get the information up. It says, as always, if you have any suggestions on further quality of life features, let me know. Can't promise anything, but I do note them down and talk with the team internally about as many as I can. So I need to go to this forum post and just post my comment. But this is awesome. Love the energy overfill. Team select, yes. Any chance you got a replay option? You rock. Hats off. All these are positive. And he is the real hero of the contest. I will write a response to this maybe before I go to bed tonight. Take a look at it on the forums with just requesting please having a daily crystal claimed with the daily calendar. Otherwise, I'm excited about these quality of life improvements. I always like to praise Kabam when they deserve it, and this is a great example of just that, especially the week that we assume we're going to get spring cleaning for the 3rd year in a row. Until next time, YouTube, have a good one. Thanks for watching.